phrase stir the pot refers to intentionally causing trouble or controversy in a situation. It is often used to describe someone who provokes tension or engages in discussions that create discomfort. For example, if someone says, "Don't try to stir the pot," they are warning you not to escalate a situation unnecessarily. The expression originates from the idea of stirring a pot to mix ingredients, symbolizing the act of stirring up a contentious topic or situation. Well, here at Stir the Pot, that is exactly what This Is Jay, Big Fan Breezy, and Philosophical P specialize in every week. So buckle up for the next 2 hours as the Triangle Offense cooks up that essential flavor. Stir the pot. Come get a whiff.
Yo, it's Stir the Pot where we make it hot. Come get a whiff. Y'all already know it's it's P from This Is a Kitchen Sink. It's J from This Is JTV. Y'all can subscribe to those channels. Y'all can subscribe to Stir the Pot. You feel what I'm saying? We got 13 subscribers, so jump in the chat, jump in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like the page. You know what I mean? We finna get into it, man. You already see what the title is, so yeah, man. I'm gonna talk my shit, man. But shout out to P, shout out to Jay. Last time we did an episode was trade deadline. The trade deadline happened. See Cam Thomas on the Bucks. You see James Harden in the Eastern Conference. He left the Clippers. They broke that whole shit up. A lot of shit happened. I just kind of wanted to start with that because that's what we left off with. As y'all already know, let it be the elephant in the room. Y'all know I'm a fan of Cam Thomas. He went to the Bucks. Now, in my opinion, I seen Doc Rivers. He said, I had Jamal Crawford. I had Lou Williams. God bless you. And now I got Cam Thomas. So my thing is, he kind of knows what he's doing with that player. And I just think far as being attentive to what they want from him in basketball, it's going to be more in unison between Cam Thomas and the Bucks than it was with the Brooklyn Nets. But if y'all want to know how I feel about it, yeah, I feel like the Brooklyn Nets made a mistake. But I do like Nolan Traore at the point guard. I sometimes wonder what it would be like with Cam Thomas and Nolan Traore in the backcourt. But for now, we got Nolan Traore and Diego Domen. I'm happy with that. I'm happy from what I see as rookies. And to be honest, I wish Nolan Traore did this from the beginning of the season because he would have been right with Diego going to the All-Star weekend. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, how y'all feel about the trade deadline, man? What's the word, y'all? Let's go peep it up, Jay.
Oh, man, I mean, moves were made. Anthony Davis to the Wizards. I just read today. That was crazy that so usually like when stars of a certain magnitude are about to get traded, the team will talk with the player and their agent about what's going on and everything. And I just read today that they didn't tell Anthony Davis, Rich Paul nothing. They just pulled the trigger. So that was kind of interesting there. But I think, that was a big move there. Definitely James Harden going to the Cavs. That's paying off immediately. Like the Cavs been balling the last couple of games. They done jumped up, I think, to like 4th or 5th in the East now.
Did you see that Harden and Mitchell had 32 points together in the fourth quarter? That's tough.
Yeah. That's exactly what you need with a Donovan Mitchell, a smaller two guard, so you need a bigger point guard than Harden to balance that, you know what I'm saying? And that was my thing that I always told you with the Nets with Cam Thomas. If you're gonna have a 6'3" point shooting guard, you gotta have a bigger point guard to be able to switch off and guard them two guards to keep the backcourt fluid. So that way you ain't running too many crazy switches with the 3 coming down, guarding the 1, and now you got Cam Thomas maybe stuck on a small forward sometimes. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that right there, you just can't do that. So, that's a big move for Cleveland. I think they might be the biggest winners in the trade deadline.
That was my next question. Is that the biggest? Because impact-wise, I would say yes. That's immediate.
Yeah. I think that's huge for like right now, immediately. Because Cleveland had to do something because they was struggling. Like, you know what I'm saying? They did not come out off to a good start. They really haven't had a good season. I think they were like 7th or something like that at one point in time. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So this
Remember, Donovan Mitchell, whole point of being with the Cavs is to surpass what he did in the playoffs with the Utah Jazz. He felt like he couldn't go no further, with
right.
Rudy Gobert, whatever. And so, what's the furthest they went in Utah?
I think
With
like
Donovan?
second round, like you know what I'm
It was
saying.
only
So
the second round, right?
but at this point, you got to realize though, all right, if you was doing that in Utah, and now you're doing it in Cleveland, and it's different players, like maybe it's not a them problem, maybe it's a me problem. You know, maybe if I'm Donovan Mitchell, I got to look at the mirror a little bit. Because no matter where the destination is, no matter what the roster is around you, you just a second round type dude.
But I'm gonna agree that it's hard.
Like, what do I have to do to stop doing this?
Yeah, I mean, he did play bad when versus the Knicks in the playoffs. He had a low field goal percentage. He wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? And to your
He's
point,
a Mets
Harden,
fan. That's why. Because he's a Mets fan, and he saw that blue and orange in New York, and he got starstruck, I guess. Because you know he's from I think Long Island or something like that, or upstate, something like that. His pops, I think, still works for the Mets. His pops worked for the Mets for like 30-something years.
yeah, I want them to be good enough to take the Knicks out the East. Like I'm petty that way. I don't want to see the Knicks win the East. Like I think Cleveland could beat them, but the Knicks is tough, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say that a lot of these other teams could beat them. I mean, the Bucks just
Detroit
beat
could beat them.
Orlando. Boston could beat them for sure.
And Detroit.
You said Boston and who?
In Detroit.
Didn't they just smack Boston?
Detroit, Boston,
Boston, and Cleveland. Now, I think are they three biggest threats now? Because I think I'll put Cleveland in that threat category. So I could see any of those teams coming out the East, man. So that was a big move by them. They put themselves from being a possible definite, second round team, maybe not even getting out the first round, to now they probably got a good shot at, making the conference finals. I wouldn't count them out at all with the way they playing, as long as they can stay healthy and everything and keep playing this way.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What you got on this, Jay? How you feel, bro?
I don't give a fuck about the trade deadline. Trade deadline. The trade deadline was the worst thing that ever happened to the Brooklyn Nets and this organization and the NBA for that matter.
So Jay's still in mourning.
Fuck all them teams. I don't give a fuck about the trade deadline. And furthermore, that's it, man. Fuck the Bucks too, man.
I thought y'all was Bucks fans now.
Nah.
Why you thought that?
Because y'all boys did.
What that got to do with Brooklyn?
Facts. That's a fact.
That don't got nothing to do with Brooklyn.
That's your boy.
That's a whole different thing. That's the front of the jersey, back of the jersey thing.
I thought y'all was like Will Ferrell in motherfucking Old School. You my boy, Blue. You my boy, Cam.
Yeah. Like I said, I was there eating the bacon, egg, and cheese, watching the steel clanking, hearing the hammer. I seen the Barclays being built, hammer to nail, steel to steel, clanking. Eating a sandwich, eating my lunch, watching it happen. I can not for a player leave that. I can't, bro. I seen P write articles. I seen me and Jay go to the Brooklyn Eagle, try to change the name from the Nets to the Knights. I seen us put in too much work.
Yeah,
not for a player.
Just making sure.
Cam is my boy, but
I'm just saying, like this is who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
the biggest thing I got to say about basketball right now is I'm pissed off because in my Knicks hate, you know what I mean? I feel like the fact that the Isaiah Stewart got that stupid suspension for the rest of the season. I think that
rest of the season,
7 games. That was, if you read that, I seen that too. That's
I thought it was 25 games or some crazy shit.
No, 7 games. He got the worst of it. He got 7. Bridges got
that's not bad. As long as he back before the playoffs, that helps.
Yeah.
So wait, he got 7 because he came off of the bench and got involved.
Yeah, that's why he got the extra. And then Bridges got 4, and then Jalen Duren got 2, and the other dude, I can't remember who the other dude was, but he got 2 too.
Ooh, Diamante?
Yeah. That's who it was. So him and Durant, the two dudes who started it, they got two games each. And then Bridges, who escalated it, that's why he got 4, because he escalated it. And then Durant, Stewart came off the bench and escalated it. So that's why he got 7.
2 punches.
Right. But Bridges threw punches too.
Right.
Yeah, you seen them on Twitter.
So that's what they call it, escalating. You know what I'm saying?
Melo and I think it was Melo and Bridges was talking shit to Isaiah Stewart, and he was like, "All right, well, let's just get in the octagon then." Both of y'all.
Oh yeah. That,
y'all got. I forget what's his name. His name is like Tipanat or something like that. Where he does
the dude that do the
voiceovers of them, what they really saying, like Tipanat or something like that, bro. I watch all his content. He had it. He was saying what happened. Nah, I don't. But to your point, the conversation before the mush, it was physical play, and he shows that part of it. Like it was a build up to what y'all said his name was.
Diamante?
Who he fought, Durant, who he mushed,
what was his name? Whatever his name is.
Yeah. Him. They showed him and they was going back and forth, cackling at each other, and it was getting physical. You know what I'm saying? Before the mush, it was actually real physical, a lot of physicality between them two. You know what I'm saying? And the mush came because a chatter, and then like Diamante, like because I guess he know the rules. You see him intentionally like charging with his head. And that's when you see Durant like, and he say something. I forget exactly what he say, but he say something when he mushing him like, "Yo, get your head, big head ass out of here." Some shit like that. He said. But I'm saying that to say that I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad it's not for the whole season, and it's only 7 games, because I thought that with Beef Stew in the playoffs last season, they could have beat the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't there because he was hurt, respectfully. But at the end of the day, he wasn't there. So it's like, if he's there this year, they can, you know what I mean, probably come out the East. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, that was what I was trying to say. I just feel like that would mess up what Detroit got going on and lessen the chance that they be able to beat the Knicks when it matters the most. And I got to make sure that actually happens. But what I was trying to ask y'all, did y'all see what I sent to the group chat?
No.
What content?
Apparently, these dudes had beef since high school.
Oh, Bridges and Stewart?
No, Durant and Diabate.
Oh, all right.
Like they got, this is them in high school going at it.
They've been competing versus each other. They've been at each other like that. Ain't nothing changed. They got the same crew.
They was ready to fight each other in high school, and they go Diabate over there somewhere. But this been brewing in the pot. Now it's heating up. Know what I mean?
Right.
It's just on a different level.
So it's gonna be interesting to watch that. And another thing, that game was a close game all game long. I don't know, if y'all have been noticing, but the Hornets been balling lately. They won 9 straight. That was their first L, in their last 10 games. That game against Detroit, and they only lost, I think, by like 4 or something like that. So that in them close games, you think about it. Now the extra history, you think about that in them close games, is physical. Both teams want to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when shit be popping off. The Malice in the Palace, when all that shit popped off, was it a blowout or was it a close game? I can't remember. I think it might have been a close game.
I'm not sure. I figured.
Did you put it on the vertical or the wide joint for mine? Pause.
I got it on the vertical. I mean, I could switch it up. Know what I mean, have it like this.
No, I mean like that. No. I mean like for the mobile phones, like the vertical.
I ain't gonna hold you. I've probably skipped that part. You know what I'm saying? I probably just, you know what I mean, did the page, and I was sending the email to P, and
all right.
I'll get that to next time.
I always wanted on the mobile, but but yeah, that fight was crazy. That shit was the most important thing after the trade deadline for me. I mean,
Nah, but to be honest with you, for me, I want to see a change. I just want to be part of it. Again, the Hornets are doing good business, and it, of course, is connected to the Brooklyn Nets with a Jeff Peterson leaving the wing of Sean Marks going over there to do his own thing. I mean, I gotta mention it because he was with the Brooklyn Nets first. Now, when I was giving Sean Marks credit, they was like, "Nah, that's Jeff Peterson," and I found out that the assistant coach is the one that do the due diligence. Deshaun Marks, he have signed free agents and this and that, but finding talent, going to the games, having scouts go to the games, having what players that,
Those are the scouts.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
stuff, and then they run it up the flagpole, and then
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The assistant coach, the assistant GM was hands on with that, opposed to Sean Marks.
Yeah, the scout reports to the assistant GM. Yeah.
Facts.
That's how the chain of command. You know, it's chain of command and everything, man. So, you know, the dude all the way at the top not talking to everybody because that's a lot of people for him to talk to. So, it's people delegated in those positions to talk to them on an everyday basis about things. They say hi at the Christmas party and shit like that, but you know, Sean Marks wasn't really in there talking with the scouts every day. You know.
Yeah, I really don't want to make this about the Brooklyn Nets, but I can't help but notice that people or that would work with the Brooklyn Nets when they leave, they become successful, you know, in their own right. You know, they doing good things, and I'm just acknowledging that. You know what I'm saying? Now that being said, I feel like they're a playoff team this year, straight up. I don't know their record.
Playoff team this year,
Charlotte.
They'd be a play-in. I don't see them going to the playoffs. Like, okay. I could see them maybe winning a play-in game. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a lot more to do. And the bottom of the East, the playoff bracket at least, is not terrible at all. When you think about when it all settles, if we looking at Cleveland, Boston, the Knicks, and Detroit taking the top 4 spots, then that bottom 4 are going to be Orlando, Toronto, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Those ain't total pushover teams, and I don't really see Charlotte beating any of those teams in a 7-game series.
I don't trust Philly,
if they get out the play-in. You know what I'm saying? I don't see them.
Yeah, I don't trust Philly. I don't trust.
I trust Philly more than I trust Charlotte. Because when the hell has anybody said they trust the Hornets? We talking Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning. Like, you heard anybody really say they trust the Hornets since then?
I'm looking at the 1 through 6. The Pistons in 1, Celtics in 2, 5-game gap. The Knicks tied for 2, really, with 35 wins. Cleveland at the 4th with 34 wins. Toronto with 32 wins. Philly with 30 wins. That's 54 games, man. I don't know, man. Things could change. But to your point, yeah, they 4 games away. So they might be a play-in team more than a play-in.
Yeah, I can see them being a play-in team. They're going to take the Bulls' normal play-in spot. Because, you know, I seen a joke. It was like the Eastern play-in invitational. Every year, it seemed like it's Atlanta, Chicago, what was the other one? It's like 3 teams every year. Them niggas is in the play-in. Like, since the play-in been started, like, 3-4 years ago now? Like, they always in the play-in. So Charlotte taking Chicago's spot. Because the Bulls, they threw in the towel. Speaking of throwing the towel, y'all seen what Utah did? That flagrant. Y'all want to talk about tanking at an all-time high?
They just got fined by it.
Yeah. They pulled everybody in the,
And you know what's crazy? Wow. You know what's so crazy, P, is that it's too blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
It's the very first game that you make this trade. And the trade worked. The fans there, they loving it. Oh, this is the first day he get here. He's playing great.
And they was killing. Yo, they was killing that game. Jay, did you see or hear about that shit?
Huh?
With Utah?
Nah.
Yo, they had like a crazy lead. I forgot who they was playing, but it was like
Oh,
right
they
after
took
they
their
got
starters out. Yeah, they was talking about it on Bree's part.
yeah. That shit was wild. That shit was wild, bro. Like that's tanking at an all-time high right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All-time high. I don't know where this dude just dipped off to. He was talking about this, and then there we go.
Yeah, they should be
Nah,
fined.
They
flogged.
are. They got fun. Yeah.
They should be fined, flogged, and taken care of. Like there should be some serious penalties for this tanking shit.
Yo, they said no science behind this shit. We just gonna be blatant. Like, yo, we too good.
No,
they got the call. Yo, the coach got the call from upstairs from the GM. Yo, pull them right now. Which one?
Right.
All of them. Pull all.
Yo, and to me, that's the wildest shit because again, like these dudes. When I say dudes, like I speak from a fan perspective, bro. They came to the game, they watching the trade happen. Like, yo, we got these seats. I can't believe we got these seats. We whooping ass. And again, you gotta remember they was hype already about Keontae George. They watched him play, develop, and become something. And instead of again having a fan base go through all of the the years of player development for the team to get better, and then have a situation where Triple J, an all-star, come to your team. You already know Lauri Markkanen is that, especially in Utah. They love him. You know what I'm saying? And then with everything going on with Ace Bailey, and he not even somebody that's primary like that. But y'all get Triple J, y'all got a 3 big lineup. Bruh, the fans, they the ones who probably kicked up the most dust. Check on their content creators. Like they got a Utah fan like Big Fan Breezy or some shit like that. Like, bro, I'm telling you, they was probably spazzing. Like, nah, these things too obvious. Like, niggas probably had parlays and shit. You know, nah. How they going? Remember, they were saying that. Remember, because again, think about how they probably had a voice too. Imagine fans going like, yo, how you gonna sit him the whole fourth quarter? That's some bullshit. I need him to get one more point. He had 22 points. All I need, or whatever he had, and he needed to get one more point, and he just sent the whole fucking fourth quarter. And you trying to tell me y'all niggas ain't ranked? So again, the fans got a voice. The fans definitely got a voice.
College tuition was lost over that dumb decision right there, man. Shit like that, man, for real.
Not to say that he should have put his money there, but at the same time, you know,
how you gonna tell somebody where to put their money, man?
No, right. But case in point is, again, if it is entertaining, let's swing it to the NBA. If it is entertaining, bro, you're not entertaining the fans by pulling those players, and they not hurt. They sitting right there on the bench. That's bold as hell. It's not like they left and went to the locker room, and you know they're in the locker room like, yeah, I don't know if I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? This is right. That's what there.
Happened. Like, you got the call. There's no other way. Danny Ainge is still a GM out there, or president of operations, I think, right? Danny Ainge probably called him like, "Yo, pull him." So
yeah, they got it. If that's how y'all gonna do it, y'all gonna do it like that. Y'all bowlers, yo, that's just gonna show the world y'all doing that. Like, and then now you got that reputation that stitches on them.
So, yo, here's what probably happened too. He probably seen that not only were they winning, but like all the other teams that had less wins than them around, they were like, yo, all of them niggas lost too. All right, now we got to pull them. They lost too. We got to make sure we lose. We can't win and all of them lose. Yo, it's for real, man. Everybody's trying to get to that bottom 3, bottom 4 spot, man. Like to be able to have a better chance at a better pick in this draft, man. And unfortunately, this dude, Caleb, man, you know, the word came out today that he got, you know, fractured left hand or wrist. I can't remember what it was, but I was watching the game actually, and I seen when it happened, like something happened. You know what I'm saying? He went back to the locker room, and then he stayed back there for a while, and then he came back out with his hand like heavily taped, like wrapped up like crazy. But he still came out there and tried to keep balling. He ain't really have a good game, and now it all makes sense why he ain't really have a good game. So, yeah.
My whole narrative was get somebody like Caleb Wilson because Peterson is injury prone and yada yada whoop de whoop. And then this happened with Caleb Wilson. I'm saying his name right. Caleb, right?
Yeah.
Caleb. And my thing is, damn, I did not want that to happen. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that to happen for Peterson either. You know, I just heard that and I started hearing it because and they do make a good point about Kyrie Irving and everything like that. But I did tell him, like, yeah, Kyrie Irving was nice, but trust me, ain't no LeBron coming for Peterson. You know what I'm saying? So
Nah, but that's what I was telling y'all when we were talking about Peterson a couple weeks ago. I was like, that's the only thing that worries me. I'm still going with him number one overall because I've seen enough to know. Like I've
how many
seen,
games did he play? Forget how many he missed. How many did he play?
He played more games than he missed. Like it's not like he's always out or nothing like that. It's just it's soft tissue injury. So you know, with that, it's tricky sometimes. Like sometimes the timetable is not what the timetable is. Sometimes it's harder to play through it. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's something he's gonna eventually work through, and he'll be all right, man. Like that's I think personally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man.
Yo, I did. If y'all want, man, I just wanted to switch lanes a little bit. Because I wanted, while I was fresh on my mind, I wanted to tell you, I did find out it was real. The girl that did the jingles, where she was doing the Dr. Pepper. I heard she got 2 million, and I seen her on Jennifer Hudson morning show. Like, so, one of my topics this week was content creation and how real is that employment, in the sense from how coming out with that jingle, like these companies are really paying attention to content creators, really have a team, I imagine, that gives attention to content creation to see what's going on, see what's the hottest trends or what not. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the company, like, was it as easy as her just tagging Dr. Pepper or somebody sharing it to Dr. Pepper? You know, and I'm just saying in that sense, you know, of course, usually to get occupations, it was going. Hold on.
It's about creating viral moments. If you create a viral moment and you are picking up more traction with their product than they're picking up on social media, because people pay teams to do shit like this. And if your one little video is making more noise than what their media team is doing, of course they're gonna find a way to monetize that. Like, or it only makes sense because as a content creator, if you have a bunch of traction, you are, you know, creating an avenue, like you're creating an audience, and if they can tap into your audience, they want to do that. It's fucking, what do they call it? Social capital. And they want to tap into your social capital if they can.
Right. It's basically you scratch my back, I scratch your back. It's the oldest fucking trick in business. And it's no different right now when it comes to content creators, because right now it's a lot of money to be made on the internet. So everybody wants a piece of the pie, man. Like, business is always going to be business. It's just different avenues of conducting that business, really.
Yeah. And really it's all about creating the traction, the impressions, all of that shit. If you can get that, companies want to be in business with you because they are trying to figure out how to do that.
Right.
Like, cause back in the day, you throw a commercial on, everybody who's watching TV has to watch the commercial. Now people don't have to watch commercials. They could fast forward past commercials. They could watch it whenever they want to watch it. So if they find a way to put the commercial into what people are actually watching, and then take what people are actually watching and turn that into a commercial, why wouldn't they?
All right. And then, like you said, Jay, too, also
people,
the imprint, because if you really think about this, so go even deeper. Let's say if you're not just watching traditional TV, cable, that type of thing. Let's say you streaming like ESPN. Let's say if you streaming HBO, Paramount, whatever. You're going to get commercials on some of those things, but it's going to be the commercials that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? Because your IP address, everything that's to your IP address, if you're streaming through your Wi-Fi, your IP address is picking up everything you search, everything you've done, where you work. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. So you're gonna get those type of ads to you right there. So everything is all about that imprint. You know, everything is all about what you search, what you talk about, all of that shit. It's crazy.
Right. But shout to her though for I forgot. I keep forgetting the jingle, but it was funny.
Dr. Pepper, baby, it's good and nice. Do.
Yeah, there we go. That fire.
Right.
Do.
And now she can do some things.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And watch, it's gonna be another company. It's gonna be Rent-A-Center, baby. It's good and nice. Do. It's gonna be.
Or she might switch it up and just hit them with something else for another jingle. Like she might now, get into like the jingle business where she getting $2 million pop from every company that she writing one for.
Definitely.
I like the challenges, the content creators that said, as a parody, they're like, oh, word. I seen somebody do a Popeye commercial. It was fire. Like the dude did a whole rap of Popeyes, and dude was singing about how Popeyes chicken and all of that. Shit was wild. But again, man, there's talented people out there. You know what I'm saying? I brung this up to say that social media has created jobs. It's not just something that you just go and you could just spend time on. There's people who make money off social media. Big companies are changing the way they do business because of social media, the way they can access people, how fast they can access people.
But to keep it a stack. Keep it a stack. And I'm not saying the girl not talented, but I gotta keep it real. Part of the reason why the video went viral is because people was making fun of Shorty. Like she was fat, she's fat.
I didn't see that part. I see. I'm a fan. That part of the algorithm never got
because she's big and she's saying Dr. Pep. She can't really sing. And she's singing. People are just reposting the video because it's something funny to laugh at. But then jokes on you, motherfucker, because you made her a millionaire. Like, that's how the internet works. Like, people shit be offer something negative, it could turn it into a positive. And shit, offer positive shit, they fucking don't pay it no attention.
Word.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's this.
Like even Casanat, I be telling people that Casanat, people don't realize how Casanat got famous, but he was streaming every day for a month or some shit like that, and he got famous because a rat ran across his room, and people was just making fun of him, like this nigga dirty. Look, he got a rat in his crib. This, that, and the third, and just the fact that they keep posting it, reposting it, more people found out who he was. Like. It takes
that's an interesting like to me. That's an interesting story because I thought it was just because of the room. I didn't know he had a viral moment, and that's what it was. Like I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? I just thought it was because of the content that he was creating.
In his red room, when he was streaming in the Bronx with the red room, a rat ran across the room, and people in the background of the comments like, "Is that a rat?" And then mad people clip it, repost it, clip it, repost it, and then now everybody like, "Who is this kid?" Like it be mad negative shit that goes viral, or it got to be something that people never seen before, something like,
yeah. Nah, that's facts. That's 100% facts. It's not. It's kind of crazy because it's no different than kind of anything if you think about it. Music, art, whatever. Like sometimes some of the most talented people don't get noticed, but if it's just some random moment, some random meeting, some chance, whatever, boom, there you go. Now you got something out of nowhere. It's no different with content creating. It's no different. You can have the dopest show, but not have a ton of followers, but some wild shit like a rat running across happened, and now all of a sudden you buzzing.
Oh shit! Look, it's a rat.
Right now you buzzing just off of that. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Like that, yo. It's crazy. That's how that's how a lot of shit is, man.
Shit, we need a rat to come across the screen right now.
Nah, that ain't happening here because I got
You got a cat.
Predator over here. Got Predator, man. Baby Predator.
But
Wow.
what I will say is plot twist. I like the charisma to all of these different celebrities coming to his spot after the fact. Him having all of it makes sense because of that viral moment. Now that you said that, all of the stuff that he was doing is like he embraced the fact that it happened, opposed to saying, "Oh no, it didn't happen." He like got through it. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that that's part of why he got dope content.
Yeah. You got to keep it real. The authenticity is what wins on the internet.
For sure. For sure.
Once people find out you faking, they don't really fuck with it no more. But the authenticity is what wins. And even with the back to the Dr. Pepper commercial, Shorty was just sitting there being her authentic self. Like it was no makeup, she was just sitting there. Dr. Pepper, baby, is good and nice.
See, and again, the way the world spin, okay, it is what it is. But she probably knew all of that. People would say this and that to try to make it feel uncomfortable. It was something sitting in her soul that says she wanted to sing that regardless of what people gonna say. Still do you, regardless of people gonna think. Still do you, and she still did her. And look where she at. To your point, bro. Again, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a lot of people to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just plugging my show, fan of the people. But yeah, man, it's a lot of people to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Not just entertainment. You know what I mean? But that being said, that is entertainment. So that really wasn't a good example. But yeah, I just think that social media did give a lot of employment to content creation, and I like how companies had, on a business note, change hands and did things differently. And part of the reason why I said that ESPN kind of, I won't say fell apart, but I mean, this is stirred a pot. I do feel like because of the way the internet worked, where you get the super chats, where you could actually contact who you listening to live, that interaction between the fans and somebody actually talking right now with a super chat, that interaction immediately right away changed the way they did things at ESPN. They had to change because the way that YouTube was for lack of better words, consumer to person base, you know what I'm saying, demographic, like you straight to consumer, you straight to clientele, better say, you straight to the people you building with, you straight to them. It ain't no middleman. You ain't gotta wait for a commercial. All of that stuff ain't happening. You could, you know what I mean, hear what you hear on ESPN, then you gotta deal with the commercials, you gotta deal with this, you gotta deal with that. And yeah, they still did good business for a long time, but I mean, I'm just saying, a lot of things has changed, and I think a lot of that contributes to the way social media has impacted the way TV is watched. From, I can't give you an exact date, but you know, that wave been strong for I'll say the last 20 years. Social media have been changing the game for like the last 20 years, been employing people, and I'm just being observant, man. That's all.
Word.
Yeah, I mean, feel like we done beat this horse dead, man. Yo, y'all seen I know y'all seen the Yayo and Uncle Murder and Josh shit. That shit was hilarious, man. Like, that shit was funny as hell. I wasn't expecting to wake up, what was that, Tuesday, I think, and see that shit happen, man. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Like, who I don't know, like, you think that might have been a prank? Like somebody pranked somebody there, you know what I'm saying, to make them be on the same plane like that?
No, they was just coming from All-Star Weekend, and it's not a lot of flights.
No, it's coming from the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, same thing. They coming from a
one is the championship, one don't mean shit. Nigga said same thing.
Same thing. They coming from a popular place where everybody's at in flights. Like, if you're not flying private, you fuck around, bump into somebody in the airport. Like, that's just
but bro, I don't know, bro. From what I heard, the implications of getting into a fisticuff, a scuffle, if you will,
oh yeah, you don't
kerfuffle on a plane. bruh, it's just ain't worth it. It's just not. Even if you tougher than me, you just can you prove you tougher than me after we get out the airport? Because not on the plane, man. Not on the plane. Like we both could get in some real trouble. You want to entertain people?
No fly list, man.
That's not good.
Yeah, that shit was some bullshit, man. These niggas 50 years old. Relax.
50 like, plus. He threw a pillow at him, man. I cried when I seen that shit. He said, "Yo," he said, "I threw a pillow at him because I know he's soft or something like
that." We need better representation and role models. Know what I mean? And I just be hoping. I was hoping that was just content for the podcast because.
Right.
Yayo,
ironically, they podcast debuted like the next day or something.
Yeah. Because the fact that y'all want to fight on the plane over, like y'all just gonna sit behind this man and flick his ear like y'all in high school. Like, come on, man, grow up.
Yeah.
Me personally, I feel like it's something not necessary. There's gonna be big interest there, especially when you got Uncle Murder doing the mix. I mean, the every year at the end of the year he do the song. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, he do the wrap up. But now we don't have to wait to the end of the year to hear how you feel about things. You got the podcast, so automatically you got fans that's gonna tap in. If they tapping into that song, they're gonna tap into your podcast. So I just think that it was an unnecessary tactic to get fans to come to tap into their show and see what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? I think, fans are going to tap in. They didn't need that. They didn't need that for publicity. They didn't need that.
This is contradicting what we was just talking about previously.
What?
Well, authenticity?
You do need the shits to happen to draw people in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The rat running across the floor. You know what I'm saying? The people getting... shitting on Shorty, reposting it as a joke. You know what I'm saying? You do need the shits to gain popularity. So you can't really, you know what I'm saying? Which segment is real? Which segment isn't right here? You know what I'm saying? That's how I just feel right there. You seen your flippity floppy right now, man.
I mean, again, I just think that as far as podcasts, certain people you want to hear from, like, I might not tap into everybody podcast, but again, because of that wrap up song,
it's impossible.
I would tap into that podcast. What?
To tap into every podcast, it's impossible.
Yeah, right. Of course. You know what I'm saying? But that one, I would tune in, especially for the first episode. Like, I didn't need that to happen for me to tune into the first episode. Like, I want to watch it. But yeah, I seen that shit. I thought. But again, what else you gonna do when you see Ja Rule on the plane, right?
Right.
Just not let him sit there. Even though you know that the implications is type serious, the magnitude is to the utmost of importance.
Well, I've heard that 50 and Ja Rule have been on a plane together, and if they could be on a plane together and fly, why can't Yayo and I get the beef is with 50? So if them
50 ain't have a podcast, 50 ain't have a podcast coming out. Like, it might be some legs to that whole thing right there. And it's funny too. Did y'all see what 50 said? Like, when it was like, probably like a couple days after, I think it was like, they was coming out with a podcast. 50 said some shit like, now every New York rapper got a podcast. What they gonna do? Just keep interviewing each other or some shit like that, yo.
Well,
50 even troll his own people, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he do, man.
Listen,
He's King Kong troll, man.
Well, I know 50 and T.I. been going at it, calling each other who's the King Kong rat.
Yeah, I seen that. That was hilarious too, man. Both of them. Papers and this, you a rat and this. It all started out, I thought they were supposed to do a versus. Now they sitting here and doing this. So maybe they starting up the controversy to get everybody hyped for the verses that's supposed to be coming out maybe soon. I don't know. Can't look at nothing just straightforward anymore these days. And that's the flip side to the internet just being the monster of causing everything in social media. Like, that's the flip side of it. Because now, what's real and what's not? Like, what are we just doing just to get some controversy stirred up to get the people talking so that way when our shit drop, everybody is focused on it?
But me, I'm gonna stay focused on what I really care about. Like the whole thing with Ja Rule and this and that. That ain't gonna distract me from the fact that Fab laid that verse. And I ain't hear nothing from Lloyd Banks and everybody trying to say they want to see Fab versus Lloyd Banks, but I ain't hear no response from 50 Cent. So I ain't hear nothing from 50 Cent, and I ain't hear nothing from Lloyd Banks.
Lloyd Banks and 50
That's my point.
With each other. So, like, for them to throw Banks in the whole Fab shit, it's like you had a better chance. And it's not a comparison with Yayo or Uncle Murder, but like Banks don't rock with them. So that was like I didn't get that at all. But I get maybe people want to see a versus between two dope lyricists. Yeah, that would be dope. But like the whole 50 aspect of it and all of that, hoping that he was going to jump in because of that. Nah, like hell no, that shit wasn't going to happen.
So what about what you said? What is he somewhere cooking up an episode? Is that what's happening, Pete?
Who knows?
Is he?
All I know is he parlayed that shit into a DoorDash deal. So, like I said, 50 playing chess, man. He not playing chess, man. Like
can't be mad at a
DoorDash deal during the Super Bowl, I think, talking about bringing beef to your door. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But like, and it's 50 right after he just finished getting into some shit with somebody else. Remember, like I keep saying, how did he come out? He came out swinging. How to rob? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was his first mainstream joint. Like, yeah, everybody else know Power the Dollar shit before that, but How to Rob, like he came out swinging, man. So I expect nothing less from him, man. But to just try to pick and start every, situation that he possibly could, man. That's he been doing that shit to blow up before. He's the master of all of this this social media beef shit, the social media controversy shit. He's a master, man.
I can't be mad at that DoorDash thing. If that's his response to his Fab verse, that's a hell of a response to Fab.
It's not a response. It's that he turned that into more money, like into a big deal. Like,
well, I don't see what Fab got to do with that, but I see what you said. But
no, I'm saying because it's like, all right, he just finished getting into some shit. I wouldn't even say Fab. I would say to the world. See, again, y'all looking at it just for music. To the world, they was kind of looking at it more Jim Jones and 50 with that shit.
I get what you're saying.
50 was talking more shit to Jim directly, and Jim was responding back to 50 directly. You know what I'm saying? The back and forth with that shit. So the world is looking at it from that, as opposed to they're not just looking at it from a rap battle. Like Fab had bars.
No, I'm with you.
Absolutely.
I'm with you.
This shit is so much bigger than that. 50 got a commercial out of this shit.
Right.
Yeah,
the reason why
I don't think the Fab shit had anything to do with it. Like you just said, like that shit ain't have nothing to do with it. It's just that was a moment in music, but nigga, 50 troll everybody every 2 days. So even without that, the DoorDash deal is still there.
No, definitely, but it's just the timing. It's just the timing for optics. If you look at it, it's like, 6 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, however many it was, this shit just popped off, and now this nigga smiling on TV talking with DoorDash. Come on, man, like that shit is beautiful.
Yeah, I get that part where he's using the attention to do deals to say, look at the traffic that I can bring based on the attention that I get.
If you look at that DoorDash,
hey, listen, that is some Chappelle shit. I get you. I understand that, but. And you do make it more than rap when you do that. I cannot take that away from you.
Did y'all watch the DoorDash commercial?
Yeah. That Fab versus
he's talking about Ja Rule, he's talking about Floyd, and he's talking about Puff Daddy, 3 niggas that he beefed with on the internet, out in the open all the time. So it got nothing to do with Fab at all.
Well, he also talked about them 3 because Jim Jones and Fabulous are not people that anybody watching TV is gonna be like,
yeah, that's why I got
you say Jim Jones, they're gonna think about the mass murderer. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna think about the nigga from back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Like,
damn,
you say Fabulous, they're gonna be like,
he could have just as easily as he pulled out some combs, he could have said, yeah, and I'm feeling fabulous, but he didn't say nothing about Fabulous. Like
that wouldn't have been good TV. That wouldn't have been good TV, man.
All right. I'm just
No,
I'm
not
saying
saying
not about it
bro.
being
I'm not saying it was a
it has
response.
absolutely
No,
nothing.
But you're looking at it and thinking that I'm saying it's a response to it. Nothing about that. What I'm saying
No, that's
is
what Breeze is saying.
I'm
That's
saying
not
he
what you
parlayed
said.
it into a deal. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think
But
that's
he
fine.
didn't. He parlayed the beef with Floyd, Ja Rule, and Puff into a deal. Fab
No,
had
that was
nothing to
put
do.
into the commercial for a 30-second spot. You can't fit all of the people who he has put him into that commercial that he has beef with into a 30-second spot. Like, if you sat there and just listed all of the different names that he's beef with in the 20 plus years he's been around, come on, man. That shit would take a whole like 3 minutes, man. That shit wouldn't be 30 seconds.
Listen, not to say it like that, but this is connected to the social media conversation because 50 Cent uses social media for currency. Goes to these companies and say, yo, look, this is the leverage I got based on attention that I can bring to your company. Everything that 50 do, he attach Branson to or whatever he's selling to a tweet.
Lucha, what's the other one?
I forget the name, but it's intentional marketing. Yeah. It's intentional marketing, and I get that, bro. And the reason why I know that part is honestly because I used to work in a building, and Caplo was there, and Caplo is the marketing company for Target, and they was explaining or trying to articulate as much as they could how much money that Target puts into marketing. Like Caplo always had extra stuff, extra stuff, just because Target will pay them so much money because they will make so much money contingent on the marketing. And you know, Caplo was the one running it for Target. And I'm saying that to say to the conversation of social media and 50 Cent, as far as marketing, him getting that 30-second spot in a Super Bowl and for that situation, bro, that's nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of paper. And I'm not even a paper guy like that. I'm just saying that's what people do for social media. It's about attention. How much traffic could you bring their brand or what they selling? And for him to take the attention that he was getting, whether it be from Fabulous or whatever, take it and get a spot in a Super Bowl situation. Come on, man. He knows the business of social media. He is somebody that is savvy on the business side of things when it comes to social media. And it's dope because he's like in the beginning of it too. He was there before Facebook, Instagram, all of that. He's seen it being born into what it is. So, you know, I mean, that's fitting. You know, I mean, I wouldn't say that the algorithm should be that way, but the algorithms are the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? But
right. Can't do
I don't know. Did y'all see Delusional with Mike Epps?
Nah, I ain't watched that yet. I just finished watching the show, The Upshores. Like, just watched the last episode of that shit last night.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Delusional 10 out of 10. I ain't gonna give y'all a long soliloquy, fuck up his jokes, none of that. But I'm gonna tell you this: y'all should go watch that movie. And I seen the Cat Williams movie.
I thought it was a stand-up.
It was a stand-up. I said a show. My fault. It was a
stand-up movie. That's why I was like, wait, he got a movie too?
Bro, that shit was like a movie. The way how funny that shit was, bro. Bro, that shit was hilarious. But it was a stand-up. It was a stand-up with Mike Epps, 10 out of 10. And then it was another stand-up with Cat Williams, a 10 out of 10. And
that's why
I'm not comparing them.
Both of them were 10 out of 10.
I can't believe you. This nigga is his name Big Fan Breezy for a reason. He's too optimistic. He just be saying everything is a 10 out of 10.
Right.
He told me Black Panther was a 10 out of 10. Sinners is a 10 out of 10. Everything can't be a 10 out of 10. Something got to be an 8 or a 7.
Now, Black Panther, it might be the closest thing out of those things you just listed that I know is probably, if not a 10, definitely a 9.5. Sinners, I wouldn't give a 10. I can't give Sinners a 10. It has some plot holes in it, man. So I
think the Happiness was a 10 out of 10. Everything.
Bro, did you see it?
No, I did not see it.
You on mute?
I said, did you ever laugh till it hurt? You ever laugh till it hurt? Yeah. Like, oh shit! Really? Like, yeah. All right then, Mike Epps I said Kevin, Cat Williams, both of them, bro. They definitely, you know what I'm saying? You laugh till you hurt, slap your knee, funny.
Kevin Hart said, Cat Williams said that 50 Cent and Herman Munster is the only two niggas with a square head to make it big on TV.
Yeah, I seen that shit too.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, and it was again, Cat was dope because the build up to him saying that, like, because he was just like, yo, I ain't know how I got in beef for 50, like, you know. Then I'm thinking like, yeah, that's 50, but I'm Cat Williams, like, what the fuck? And then, you know, far as just being funny, like, it's one thing to be a troll, right? But Cat Williams is in the business of being funny. You feel what I'm saying? So he put 50 Cent on the big screen and all of that. Like, that shit was hilarious, bro.
So 50 about to go crazy on this nigga soon. Watch. This nigga, he just
you can't internet beef with a comedian. No, a comedian gonna roast you.
Oh no, you know that. But I bet you
see Marlon Wayans back down though. You see him.
He's gonna come back with something.
Nah, but Marlon ain't that funny.
Yeah,
Marlon is not really funny.
He's funnier than Marlon, man.
He's a comedian in his own right.
He's not funny though.
He said in his own right. He is a comedian. You don't got to say in his own right. Like, you just co-signing Jay saying he ain't funny right there. That's what that shit sounded like.
Listen. I'm not saying he wanted to. I don't think he wanted to.
Not Damon or Keenan. Know what I mean?
Yeah, like I got Damon and Keenan, the funniest Wayans brother. I got them respectfully. Like, I think he's talented, but
he ain't Kim neither.
More,
yeah.
Kim. Yeah, she's dope too.
He's
man.
more funny.
Kim, I like Kim a lot, man. I think she's hilarious, man.
Marlon is more like physical comedy funny. Like, he's not gonna really just say something funny. He's gonna do funny movements.
Yeah.
And do all of that. Like, he got to be loc dog and don't be a menace to have all sorts of weed bags hanging on his hair.
Right.
Like, he's not really.
He's not just regular funny. Yeah. No.
But shout to him though.
With the jokes. No. Yeah. Everybody got their own role that they play, and as long as you make it happen for yourself and those who depend on you, that's all that matters, man.
Right.
Right,
but
like
but
hold on. But there's certain people, you know that there's certain actors, they just play themselves in different movies. They're just different settings. Like Steven Seagal, like
he ain't no actor, man. He just a martial arts dude who they put in movies, man. He ain't no actor. A lot of them dudes was terrible acting, man. Like them action dudes like that, a lot of them terrible.
Right. That's why Van Damme is Johnny Cage.
Right. Right.
Like,
Jean-Claude Van Damme is another one. Who's another one, man? Schwarzenegger.
Don't say
man.
Chuck Norris, because Chuck Norris is the man still. Know what I mean?
Schwarzenegger, man. Like, that dude can't act for real, man. I'll be back. Like, if you think about it, they always kept his lines like short and sweet, man. They never gave him like multiple sentences.
I heard he got to pay Warner Brothers $1 a year to keep his Mr. Freeze costume at his crib. Like one singular dollar every year. Cool.
I would totally do that shit because that suit was fire, man. I wear that shit on Halloween, man.
But I just thought that was interesting. Like, they couldn't give him the suit, but it's something about intellectual property or something. Like, he gotta give them something. So it's one singular dollar every year to keep the suit at his crib.
And what was his lines in that movie? Just chill.
Right.
Please. Like, if you think about it though, his lines, no matter what the movie is, it's just the same shit. I'll be back.
Get down.
Right.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the
chopper.
I swear, man.
Nah, I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh, man.
Back in the day, I had a funny ass hook. I was gonna make a song called "Do the Arnold Schwarzenegger" and get down, get down, do the Arnold Schwarzenegger and get down.
Yo, that's wild.
That's wild, bro.
Yo, for real, man. Like he's just the king of the one-liners, man. Like I can't really think of too many movies where he like, you know, where he got 2 sentences, 3 sentences in a row, like actually having a conversation with somebody.
yo, low key.
Now he put emphasis on the one words that he say. Like,
I used to like Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I ain't gonna lie.
Nah, we all did. Like that's why we know this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True Lies. That was probably one of my favorites.
Kindergarten Cop was my shit.
What he say? Yo, what in Kindergarten Cop? Yo, I bet you.
I can't remember. But I did like that movie a lot.
He had one line though.
Twins was my shit. But
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is a great fucking actor.
Right, bro.
Yeah,
so
sure.
Great.
He did the Penguin. That was tough.
So much shit.
Right. Danny DeVito, great actor.
He makes Jersey Mike's commercials fucking interesting, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like for real. Right. Yo, he started off like on Taxi, like back in the 70s, and that was supposedly like a hit show back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just been doing this thing since then.
When Taxi came on back in the day, that means it was time to go to sleep.
Yeah. Now MASH.
Oh, MASH
too. That shit.
It's time to go to sleep.
Yo.
I hated that show. You know, I don't never use the word hate, but I hated that show. I didn't have cable. I felt poor, man. I'm like, yo, man, I hate this show, man. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. That's when I wanted cable, bro. Like, yo, I couldn't stand that show,
people
bro.
Love that show, and like for whatever, like our era, like we knew, like like Jay said, it was time to go to bed. Like Bree said, yo, hated that shit. Like it was a wrap when that shit came on. Like it was over.
I said, damn, this all I got. All I got is MASH. That shit was second in the House on the Prairie.
It's crazy. You could talk to people older than us, and they will defend that show like crazy. Like, yo, that was a great show. What are you talking about?
Yeah, if Breeze would have had his page on here, that dude Claude Smith probably would have been like, MASH, I used to love that shit. That nigga,
right.
And look, my thing is, I ain't mad at old people, but you know people is old when they got certain names. Like if somebody in the comments named Ethel, they 60 plus. If your name Claude, you old as shit. Like
Gertrude.
Right, Gertrude, you're old. And nothing wrong with being old because you made it through a lot of shit to be old.
But those were names that they gave back in those days.
Yeah, like all of the, and right now, if somebody name is like Brick or Blue or Kensington,
Mac.
you know they probably young.
Right. Like
because
named after objects
any type of names now. Yeah,
and last name, last names. Another thing, like it's a lot of last names. Like people walking around with 2 last names.
Yeah.
Like a McKenzie.
Yeah, McKenzie. Like it's either objects or last names.
Yeah. Alcohol,
colors
cars,
and shit.
Alcohol and cars. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like the alcohol and cars was more our age. Like people our age, like Mercedes, and I don't be seeing too many people named Mercedes and Infinity
probably
as like, babies now.
Nah, I think no, not babies now. Like probably I would say like they teenagers now because they came from people in they 40s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
it's a lot of those.
But yeah, I feel like Alizé was a 90s name.
Mm-hmm.
Alizé and Infinity and but it is what it. Now they naming them after all sorts of shit. Hayes,
naming them after Bud.
Right.
It's gonna be a sour diesel one day, man.
I could definitely hear somebody. Look, this is little indica right here.
Little sativa.
Like. Yeah, we named him Sativa, of course.
Right. Like, Sativa Wilson.
Right. It's coming.
Indica Johnson.
It'll be here before you know it. That's a fact.
Yo, man, that shit just made me think of that. Y'all see that wild ass commercial where the dude is like, yeah, they at the graduation. He's like, yeah, we renamed our kids, like the stadiums do. We sold our they naming rights.
Oh, the right?
Yeah, did y'all see that shit? That commercial had me crying when I seen that shit, man.
I didn't see the commercial, but I feel like that's something people gonna be doing soon for real.
Yo, they at the graduation, right? It's like I don't know, probably a 6th grade graduation or something like that. And then the principal was calling out the kids' names. It's like, Eric Owens, Tina Jefferson, and then the next one is like DeBlonsky Auto LLC, and then it's a chick sitting next to the parents of the kid. And it's like, what did he just call? What did she just call Harper? Oh, you mean DeBlonsky Auto LLC? Like, yeah, we sold the Twins naming rights, like they do the stadiums. It's expensive raising kids. Yo, right. I was crying when I seen that shit.
I seen a football player named the Coldest. Like, he was a football player. He was like a high school standout or something like that. He was nice. But his parents named him the Coldest or some shit like that.
They wanted him to be the coldest, man.
The coldest Jones.
That's why they was talking about him, because he's the coldest.
And he's the coldest of all the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? Like, they letting you know.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. I've seen that for real.
Yo, wow. I mean, I think people were just, they deciding to express themselves in ways that we never seen before, which is cool. But also, you got to remember too, like, now this person is attached to this forever unless they decide to go the legal route to change and all of that. And who wants to really have to do all of that? And kids at school could be cruel, man. If you got a name that's gonna rhyme with something, or you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. Yo, you never know, man. Now you making that kid like fucking Vin Diesel from Knockaround Guys, man. Y'all ever seen that? 500, exactly. I know Jay seen it. I don't know if Bree's seen it.
Nah, I ain't
that's how many fights you need to be a legitimate tough guy.
Legitimate tough guy, yo.
I mean, you got it's fucking levels to this shit. Now, I mean, you can't just talk the shit. You gotta. I forgot the whole speech, but I love that speech.
Yeah, he was like, he said that's it makes your skin like leather.
Yeah, it makes your skin like leather.
Bones tougher than nails. Like he was, he was like, and then along the way to 500, you realize you really enjoy beating the shit out of people. Like, yo, Breeze.
You said Knockaround Guys. Knockaround Guys.
Go watch that.
Yeah. That's one of the.
So hold on, y'all don't get out of 10. Y'all don't get out of 10.
No.
But that scene right there
is a 10.
Crazy scene.
I feel like that one scene, that speech, I give that speech a 10. But the movie as a whole, no.
Yo, and you got to just watch that scene, bro. Like it. We don't want to
earn a 10 from me.
Yeah,
because I get. Like, as a show, Boondocks is one of my favorite shows. I wouldn't give the Boondocks a 10 as a show because some of the later seasons were kind of but it's a great show, but a 10, no.
That's hard to get, man. Like, I personally haven't, I wouldn't say like that many movies I've seen in my life are like perfect to give it a 10, or that many shows. Like, I would give The Wire a 10. As a show,
I could probably go there too.
I would give Sopranos a 10.
Great fucking show.
I would give The Sopranos a 10 as a show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to give Sopranos a 9.98 just because of the fucking finale. And then, I knew you was gonna say. Like, you can't end a show like that. I hated that fucking end, bro. With fucking Meadow
they wanted you to interpret
what
for 20 minutes in your own way,
huh?
They wanted you to interpret what happened in your own way. That's what I thought.
The way I saw it, and I feel like they were showing you that Tony died. So once you die, it's nothing. It's just nothingness.
Right.
I mean, but I don't know. Like, it pissed me off just because Meadow was parking the car for 20 minutes and build up. That shit pissed me off. I remember sitting there. I think we was all in the same room watching it. Like,
yeah. Just like I
was so pissed.
But again, I had to go back and watch it, and like
Yeah,
after watching it a few times, I'm like, all right, I think they want us to take this character wherever we want to take him because the character is no more.
yeah, I watched a bunch of think pieces on it. I watched Match. Man, that shit pissed me off. Clean.
I'm still giving it a 10 though, man. I'm still giving that shit a 10.
The reason why I think I got lucky watching The Sopranos is because I got the binge watching. You know, that week to week shit is bruh, that shit a lot, man. Because I remember catching up to Power. But to just again to your point, yeah, both of those shows, The Wire and The Sopranos are 10. I agree with y'all.
OG Power, I'll probably give it 8.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't debate an 8.
I'll give Raising Kanan a strong 9, almost 9.5. That's to me the best out of all of the Power shits. Raising Kanan is fire, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah. They do got an 80s feel to it. I ain't gonna
90s.
90s. Yeah. That
all
shit,
the gear, like the everything. And it's basically Kanan's backstory, him when he was a teenager coming up, getting into the game and all of that shit. But the characters on that show are really good. That shit is well put together. Like, yo, I'm actually rewatching that shit right now.
I never watched it because I didn't like the original Power. But I just feel like y'all seen it, and you could tell me this. I feel like Joey on that show was acting like Lex. Like he took some of Lex energy and put Lex energy into the character.
He ain't like Lex. Like I see, you know what I'm saying? He ain't up, but he is kind of a little. I could see it a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, because I saw some of the scenes from it, and then I feel like he was trying to take some of Lex's mannerisms and put it into his character. But I could be wrong. I don't know what he was doing, but it just seemed like it to me.
Nah, I could see a little bit of what you're saying. Like I said, I just don't see, like, you know, nigga Lex. I think about Lex like, you know, he up. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't up and Joey's character Nick ain't up like that. You know what I'm saying? But he is kind of on a little bit of what you're saying. I could see it a little bit, like knowing Lex, you know, and watching the character. But nah, I'm telling you, that show fire. You like, I'm telling you, if you watch that shit, bro, you'll be like, nah, I like this, and you'll watch the whole shit. The last season coming up, so that's why I just started rewatching it from season 1. And yo, to me, normally season 1s in shows take a while to like build up. This shit out the gate is like, cause me rewatching it, I'm like, oh shit, I forgot all of this happened in the first 2-3 episodes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that shit crazy.
Yeah, I might check it out.
It's the best out of all of them. The worst out of all of them was Tommy's shit to me.
I've heard that.
Tommy's shit was probably like a 6.5, 7 on a good day. The ghost shit was alright. It was cool. It was a little worse than the original one. Probably like a 7, 7.5.
Game of Thrones was good, but I wouldn't give it no 10 neither. But
yeah, I never got into that.
Game of Thrones was a good ass show because usually I don't like all them period pieces and old Dal and Doth and this, but that shit. Once I started watching it, it got me into the show and made me care about what the backstory was. So then I had to go back and watch it from the beginning. And then like after that, had me talking in old English, you know what I mean? That show is just too real. Like shit. Like I don't like shows with dragons and fairies and shit. But in the show, they don't believe in dragons and fairies until you see some shit, and then you're like, oh shit, it's a fucking dragon. Like that's kind of how it got me into it. And it's just like, you know how in some shows the characters got too much plot armor? Like, you know, this character can't die because he the main character of the show. But nah, they was killing off like they make you believe this guy falling, like this the guy right here, this my man's, and then dead. Like nobody had plot armor in that shit, and that's one of the things that I fucked with about that show, because you never knew who was about to get off.
Jay, your shit, wow.
Oh, my bad.
Or is it everybody?
Well, what happened? I could hear Jay. He was just talking. I ain't really nothing wrong with his mic, and I don't like that. He was good.
P, is your shit wilding? Is you stuck?
Yo.
Froze. You look a little Elsa.
Yeah.
Frozen out here.
Funny as
Yo, is that my internet? Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you was just Elsa now for a second. You was froze.
Yeah. Yo, I don't know what. Yo, Breeze, man, you gave me your internet or something, bro?
Nah.
The fact that
they know his internet. They done heard from me. I should call him again. Shit, you done remind me. I need to call him and complain. Facts.
Yeah, my shit is crazy.
Who is the best internet provider? How about that?
I don't know.
I think that's regional, man. Maybe you'll hear different places depending on where you are.
Honestly, the best one I ever had in my life was CenturyLink, yo. Like, I never had problems with CenturyLink, ever.
Okay,
that shit was always good.
I don't think I ever heard of them.
They like a West Coast shit.
Okay.
So like when I first moved out here, I had them for a couple years, and then I moved out of that area. And out here is super weird. Like this shit, I don't know. It must be like territorial, like crazy. But this zip code, you can only do these dudes. This zip code, that. So over here is Xfinity.
Okay. Yeah.
I think it's a lot. Yeah. No, I was saying it's a lot of that that territorial shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said it depends where you at, you know what I mean? Like they be having they little zone, I won't say wars, but you know, they definitely try to create some elbow room on where they could and could not be, you know what I'm saying? Like it depends where you at. I never heard of CenturyLink. Like you said, they probably dominating in that one little section. You know what I'm saying? Like we got all of this locked. You know what I'm saying? Nothing fucking with this. You know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't across the world, but with this little area right here, this right here, this us right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, you know, and I think sometimes less is more. You know, you probably get more quality because it's not such a global, you know, service per se.
It ain't about the quantity, it's all about the quality. Real rap, scrap, we gotta buy Quantum Leap. Know what I mean? That's a fact. That's a bar for me, actually. That's tough. But y'all heard J. Cole album? I was thinking of that when you said the coldest.
No, I ain't hear that shit.
It just dropped. I heard some of it.
Like last week, I think Friday, probably.
Nah, I'll probably take a listen sometime this weekend.
Yeah, he dropped the double disc called The Follow.
I like what I heard. I like the freestyle where he addressed. He said they dropped me from the top 3 because of the apology, but watch when they doubt me.
No. That's totally different.
No, my thing is, I'm just giving my critique on it. You know,
no, that's not on the album, my brother.
He had a mixtape.
That's a mixtape.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
That came out. His album has nothing to do with the top 3, bop beat, none of that.
Okay, then I was talking about that mixtape. I like him addressing that, but the album I didn't hear that. No.
Yo, was he really selling his mixtapes out of his trunk for $1?
Yeah.
That's dope.
I think he was riding around selling the album too, because I think he was riding around promoting the album and he was selling shit out the trunk. But that I don't know. The mixtape I thought was super fire. Super duper. The album, I didn't listen to all of it, but it just reminds me of the boring shit from J. Cole that I never liked when he first came out. And I could be wrong because I did not give it a full listen, but I skimmed through some of it. And people say, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? Sometimes I just skim through it. And it just, like, I don't like when J. Cole make his own beats. Like I feel like J. Cole is best when somebody else makes the beat, somebody else makes the hook, and then they put him on it as a feature, and all he has to do is spit hot lava.
So you think his creativeness is hindering his creativeness?
Maybe. Like, I don't know, but a lot, because back in the day, people's biggest critique of J. Cole was saying he was boring.
Mm-hmm.
And when he's on features, the shit do not be boring.
Or if he got somebody riding with him on his shit. Pause.
But when it just be him alone in the studio with a mic and a beat machine, I don't know. And it don't be bad. It's not bad, but I just don't think it's his best work.
I don't know too many of his songs that he's produced to like educatedly speak towards that part. Because I've heard some of the tracks that he's made, and I'm not the biggest fan, but I don't know all of them to be like, nah, yeah, all of his shit's a trash. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even saying trash. They be because I'm not. J. Cole is a talented rapper, so it's not like he gonna put out trash, but it's just some of it be forgettable because it's like I've heard you rap mad times. Like, it's not like he's a guy like 50 that's rapping about something like that's in your face and you're gonna remember it.
Right.
Like, it's just. Yeah, he rapped good again. Like, it's not.
I just.
Nah,
I just wanted to add to what Pete was saying about the direct to consumer thing. If I don't know, all of these streaming companies, they're gonna pay you, I don't know what, 2 cents on a dollar, and he out there out the trunk selling his CDs for $1. I think that's a statement. I think that's saying, like, yeah, I need y'all to a certain extent, but not totally. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here hitting the pavement, doing the work. And I think that's the misunderstanding that, artists want to change. Artists aren't getting paid a lot per stream. They got to do a hell of a lot for them to get paid from these streams, And that being said, the equivalent of J. Cole selling one CD for $1 is probably like selling 22 CDs through streaming. It's a ridiculous number how much they get paid. And I think artists like J. Cole be trying to stir the pot, for lack of better words.
Well, bro,
what about the double disc thing? Because the album is a double disc, right? How do y'all feel about double disc?
With double disc, sometimes you just got too much material on it and you lose your audience. Like, you gotta have that shit perfect. Not only do all the songs gotta be fire, but I think the placement of the songs gotta be, I think that's more important than the songs, because it's gotta tell a story, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? From beginning to end. All albums do, but with a double album, you either have to tell a story from beginning to end, or you have to tell two total different stories on both. One album telling this story, one album telling that story for that shit to work. Like,
I feel like that's partly what he was doing, because like the way I think it's supposed to be set up is like he got first disc is supposed to be like his life at 29, and then the second disc is like his life at 39.
Okay,
like, and it's like supposed to be walking you through certain shit that happened in his life at those two ages, and I think 29 is when he got signed to some shit, and 39 is like now when he wants to quit. And like,
nah, he been on for longer than 10 years, right?
Okay, so I don't know. It's something like that though.
All right. No, I was about to say he
like maybe 29 is when he first got popping for real. Like,
okay,
that's when he was like pop at his peak of his popularity. But
right, yeah, probably that
like last year to me. But
yeah, but that shit, I don't know. Double albums, like, it can be done, but it also, a lot of people have fucked up on them too.
I feel like even Hov fucked up on his double disc. It was a lot of shit on Blueprint 2 that could have been taken off, and it would have been a much better album.
Yep, totally agree.
So it's like a double disc ain't easy.
Nah.
And
like
I
a
feel
lot
like,
of times it be people leftover shit, man. Like it be shit like that. Just all right, yeah, we just need something to fill 3 more slots to make it even. You know what I'm saying? It's something like that, and then that's when you get some of that subpar bullshit that could have, you know.
he got a song on there talking about what if Biggie and Pac was still alive. I think he could have kept that one personally. Like,
Because we done heard.
I like the concept, but I ain't hear the song, so I don't know.
Yeah, I would. If y'all want to like listen to it for next week and do a deep dive, we could. But I don't even know if I want to. But we could.
Yeah, I mean, what you saying that I already know it's probably not gonna hold my attention for too long.
But it might. Like, you could listen to it and be like, "Yo, this shit is the most fire shit I've ever heard." What the, like, but
I'm not that big of. I like J. Cole, but I'm not that big of a J. Cole guy. So
I like J. Cole when he rapping with Yachty, when he rapping with Benny the Butcher, when he rapping with like what's the other shit? The shit he had with Drake, Big as the Super Bowl. I like that because that Cole to me is exciting. Like, he's saying exciting shit. But when he just telling you about his day, I'm kind of cool on just hearing about J. Cole's day. Like him just riding around on a bike through the hood and what he saw that day. Like, yeah, I'm cool on that. It's kind of like with Nas. Like, I'd rather hear Jay-Z stories than Nas stories.
Nah. I like Nas's stories, man. I think Nas is a very, very good storyteller, man.
Yeah, but when he telling stories about other people.
Nah.
Not his story.
The shit that he was talking about, the backwoods shit. Yo, that shit
is one of the best shits ever.
That shit was crazy.
That song is one of the best story songs ever. I mean, like,
I was listening to I Gave You Power today. So
I was about to say I Gave You Power.
I was listening to that earlier today.
Like, a lot of Nas shit to me was a snooze fest. You know what I mean? It was. And I compare that to J. Cole. A lot of his shit is a snooze fest. Not saying neither one of them can rap, but a lot of it just be boring. Like, you got to be in the mood to be.
So to me,
you know who I know you like. I know who you like. If you think that's boring, and I wanted to bring him up, La Russell. La Russell got good, energetic, fun music. One for two.
I do like La Russell.
He did something very.
To contrast what y'all saying about J. Cole selling his album for $1, La Russell out here selling an album for 10,000.
I was just about to say that. I was just about to say that. You know what I'm saying?
It's like
that's
this
crazy.
dude. Kyrie
but not for everybody.
Irving.
It's really a pay what you want thing. It's like a pay what you want thing. But Kyrie bought it for 11,000.
Kyrie Irving bought it for 11,000. Somebody else and again, it's a format where his fan base get to buy in. It's another scenario where they get to buy a song, stock of the song. So if the song do good, they get a piece of the song. Like, he doing a lot of innovative business things from direct to consumer. And again, they just trying to avoid all of these streaming services who make the cut unfair. It's an unfair percentage. You know, you get a little, they get a lot. You know what I mean? And I think he did a lot to avoid that. And shout out to La Russell for the way he's doing business.
But I'm glad
he just got signed to Rock Nation with Jay-Z.
But hold on, I'm glad you brought that up real quick, bro, because that's been the music business forever. If you really think about this, you think artists got money off of the radio play back in the days, or Hot 97 or Kiss or BLS or any other station across the country? No, the record companies had to basically pay the radio stations to play the records. And that's why records be in constant rotation, because those was the record companies, they were paying more money for those songs to be played constantly. So that's always been the music business. What streaming is, what the radio used to be, all that is basically advertisement for the artists, for people to hear their stuff. So now they can make money off of everything else.
The shows, coming out to the shows. If you're on the radio, they want to come to the show.
Bro, so streaming ain't really the villain here. That's just how the music business has been set up forever.
Yeah, but that percentage, as far as what they were showing, was crazy.
Yeah,
Right.
but I mean, bro, like this is what I'm saying. Like the radio wasn't giving them shit. The radio was, yo, you could come up here and have an interview. That was how you got paid.
Yeah, it's just I seen people giving LaRussell a lot of flack just for the fact that he signed the Rock Nation and he's been championing the independent shit for so long, and now he's talking about independent, but then signs to Rock Nation, and they talking about J. Cole, who was on Rock Nation for so long, and now he's likening his time on Rock Nation to slavery on the album.
Wow.
So I don't know. It's just a lot of like juxtaposition between LaRussell and J. Cole right now. So I'm curious to see more conversation about that.
I think the difference between and you know, shout out to Wu-Tang, because I met Wu-Tang trying to sell me a t-shirt on Franklin Avenue, bro, on my way
You
to
met the
football practice.
whole thing?
Yeah, it was a lot of it. It was Wu-Tang fan. We got the t-shirt.
Wu-Tang, you say I met.
Oh no, but I'm gonna keep it real. It wasn't. I didn't see Method Man. I didn't see Raekwon. But it was just a bunch of niggas repping Wu. But yo, they didn't look like salesmen. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Like, yo, yeah, we got these t-shirts. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't pulling out no money in front of them niggas. like hell no. Like that's how they look.
When I met ODB, he wasn't pulling out neither.
Them niggas, like hell no.
No, seriously. When I met ODB, and well, I didn't meet him for real. I seen him, right? I come out my crib on Gates. Like I come out my door. Like I come out the door and I'm hearing some cling, 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 cling. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is that noise? So I go and like try to look up on the roof landing, and it was my neighbor getting plowed by ODB. Like his chains was clinking, clinking, clinking.
Yo, like, rest in peace to Dirty.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? But apparently, my neighbor was one of his BMs. But yeah. I didn't know. But
you found out that day.
Right.
Now I mentioned the thing with Wu-Tang is that they were selling these shirts direct to consumer. Like they was really out there in the field trying to sell you their merch. And this is way before social media. This is again direct to consumer. Like they was out there hustling, you know what I'm saying? So I just said that to say the direct to consumer, that's always been the thing. You know what I mean? You put the middleman in, not to say it like that, but that's what the streaming services is. So you trying to you in the middle of me getting to the people. I can't get to the people without you. So that's why you're doing what you're doing for all the percentages. And I don't know. You know what I mean? But I didn't hear that. And now that you said that J. Cole likened Rock Nation to slavery, I'm like, oh, I'm curious to what he means by that. I'm curious to bars that led up to it and the bars after. Like, you know, like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening?
At the end of the day, it's still a record deal, and record deals are what they are. They loans with terrible interest rates.
Right.
Like, most people could go to the bank and literally get a better loan and put their own music out. But, you know, you don't have the infrastructure that comes along with it, but you can pay for it once you get the loan. But yeah, that be what it be. But shout to J. Cole though, shout to LaRussell. Both of them are putting out good music, you know what I mean? And it seems like J. Cole wants to take a step back from music and do more, step back from rapping. And he said he wants to produce a lot more for other people. And LaRussell seems like he's trying to make a bigger leap in his career because what he's been doing thus far is got him to where he's at, but maybe he feels stagnant there and wants to, you know, have a big worldwide hit somewhere. Stop being so regional and, you know, so shout to him. But I feel like he was already doing it by himself. So maybe he felt like he's as far as he could take himself. But I think he could have kept going further, keep championing the independent movement, because he from Vallejo or wherever he from, and it made me hear of him. Know what I mean? And he been going around doing all of these small concerts where people feel like they know him from going to the concert. I think that is very impactful, but maybe it's a lot of legwork. Maybe he wants somebody else to start doing some of the work for him. But
I'm a shy away to say that he made a bad move. I seen he did an interview speaking about it. I didn't get a chance to view it, but before next episode, I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna let y'all know what it is. I'm gonna watch the, you know what I'm saying, see what his response.
Give it a 10 out of 10.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm gonna articulate. I'm not doing it to come rated it and say go see it. I'm doing it to let y'all know what he said about all of the, you know, the chatter around the water cooler. You know what I mean? So we gonna see about it. You know what I'm saying?
But yo, it goes.
I didn't want huh?
No, I was just about to say, go back to what we was talking about a couple shows ago, man. Like, never be afraid to reinvent yourself. And this is a classic example with two individuals reinventing themselves in opposite ways. So that's all it is.
Right.
I just on that note, just to reinvent, because I'm just saying the time, I just want to get this topic in for sure. You seen the Super Bowl happen, Seattle Superhawks winning. I'm saying all that to say I think that's a warm up for them getting the NBA franchise. I know y'all heard about the expansion. I just wanted to get y'all thoughts.
So you think it was scripted so they could get a basketball team?
I didn't say it was scripted. I'm just stirring the pot.
You said it was.
I'm just stirring the pot. I'm just stirring the pot. I'm not saying nothing is scripted. I'm just over here stirring the pot. That's all I'm doing. You know
so why the Raiders ain't go to the shit with them? Because it's Vegas and Seattle. Like that could have happened. They could have had a Vegas and Seattle Super Bowl.
I mean, if you seen the elephant in the middle of the street, wouldn't you know it's the elephant in the middle of the street? Why would you put an elephant in the middle of the street if you ain't want people to recognize it's an elephant?
But you just basically put the elephant in the street by saying that shit.
I'm just stirring the pot. I'm just stirring the pot. That's all.
No, that's wild.
I'm just stirring the pot. I'm just saying.
The reason they beat the Patriots is because, yo, that's wild. I ain't never heard of conspiracy.
No, I'm not saying that. I seen some of the game. It was some stout defense. You know, it was hard.
They had the best defense in the league, like all year, pretty much.
Yeah, I was watching the game. I was watching the Patriots couldn't find a run. The Seahawks could find a run. And if you don't watch football, TOP means a lot. That's time of play. Whoever got the better run game, especially in a game like the Super Bowl, that TOP is very important. That running back, he was doing work. And again, like I said, I'm just stirring up pot. Marshawn Lynch is another running back that was doing work, and you know they could have beat the Patriots then, and they didn't get a ball on him, and now they didn't make the same mistake they did when going to the air too much. They stayed consistent with the run, and that's what got them winning the game. Now, obviously, they did go to the air eventually, but with the way they controlled the TOP, it was because of the run. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, man. I'm just stirring the pot.
And because of all of that, that's why they getting a basketball team.
No. I'm just saying it's just great timing. Maybe it's, you know, who knows, you know? Like I said, I'm not saying what it is exactly. I'm just saying I just also heard of that. You know, they won the Super Bowl, and then again, I watched this show. It's called Player's Choice, and again, the dude from Seattle, he was really upset. I mean, as a fan, he was saying a lot of fans was upset that the Supersonics left. Like, that was some real shit that happened that they experienced, and they didn't understand that. It was like, yo, we went to the finals. We done had Gary Payton. We better than a lot of these teams. How y'all gonna take our team? They felt some type of way. You know what I'm saying? And
out there, man. And that's why they was always like when the NBA decided a couple of years ago to have expansion, Seattle was always like the first place that they thought about, because if you think about it, that Supersonics team, they produced a lot of stars. coming up, they made a lot of kids in Seattle pay attention. No. I'm not talking about the people on the team. I'm talking about the people
you talking about
up in Seattle.
Like Nate Robinson and shit like that. Jamal Crawford.
I'm talking about Boncaro. I'm talking about Deontay Murray. I'm talking about all of those dudes. Like they from Seattle and they watched the Supersonics, and that's why they all, like fell in love with basketball and wanted to play. So Seattle was always on the list. And Vegas, if you ain't realized, bro, they getting all the teams right now. You know what I'm saying? Like Vegas got the Raiders to leave Oakland. They got the fucking A's to leave Oakland because the A's in baseball, they left Oakland and they going to Vegas. And I think they stadium opens in 27 or 28. I can't remember. And now they getting the basketball team. So Vegas has always been, you know what I'm saying? They got the hockey team a couple years ago. The hockey team already done won a couple of championships. So
bro, that's the takeover that breaks over, bro. Like
once they legalized sports gambling, it allowed the sports teams to then go to Vegas. That's the only thing that was holding them back, was that you couldn't have those teams, professional teams, playing in a state that legalized gambling. Once like gambling was fine with sports betting, open up the floodgates.
Mm-hmm. Now that being said, right? Two things. One, is it fair to say that sports make more money than gambling?
No.
Looking at it as two different entities.
I mean, you can't, because they're intertwined. Because then you would have to eliminate
that's what I'm trying to get to.
You know what I'm saying?
Always been intertwined.
It's too intertwined. Yeah, but now it's legally intertwined everywhere. And because it's legally intertwined everywhere, they can't frown upon it just in that one place. Like, remember, you could gamble on sports in Vegas legally at the sports books, but you couldn't have the professional teams there, because the leagues had it where it was like, it would draw the lines. They would be too blurry. You know what I'm saying? So once the shit became legal everywhere, it was like, well, fuck, now let's put teams in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So now, Vegas went from having no teams to having 4 teams in 15 years. Where the hell does that happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit don't happen.
Listen,
a city don't get 4 teams in 15 years, man.
Facts. That's what I'm saying. We just stirring the pot for entertainment only.
But gambling definitely wins though, man, because it's just like, people.
Since the apps,
I've seen
since the apps
things, man.
Since the apps,
fuck the apps.
No, I'm talking about in the casino,
right?
Like, bro, people be.
There's certain businesses
in the casino.
There's certain businesses that are recession proof. You know what I mean? And shit like alcohol, tobacco, drugs, like gambling.
It's the vices that are recession proof. Porn and sex work, like all the vices.
Like it could be the Great Depression, and they still gonna be making money.
They make more money when
like niggas might stop going to games for a little while, but they not going to stop gambling.
Nope. They're not going to stop gambling. They're not going to stop smoking, drinking.
Yeah, they're going to smoke and drink,
watching porn, or paying for hookers, or going to strip clubs. Like I forgot who it was that I actually heard them break that shit down, where it's like the vices are recession proof no matter what. And even when shit is terrible, they make more money, it seems like, because people are so fucking depressed that they just gotta pour their money into those things even more.
Right. Which is not a great thing, but it's just the truth.
Right. That's crazy. So the vices, recession proof. Gambling, some people gamble, some people smoke, some people drink, some people fuck. Some people do it all.
But when you say
Some people do it all.
you're talking about
Those people live in Vegas.
let's make it a pie for 100 people. Let's make it a pie for 100 people, and you put those three in a combination.
Oh man,
yo,
word.
Like you say, that's a large sum. Like that sum is taking a lot of that 100, about 90%, probably 80, 85, 80.
No, that's
76%, some shit.
Right.
I don't know, because everybody fucking. I mean, let's just call it what it is, right?
Nah, but everybody, but like the sex work is what I'm saying. Like strip clubs, you know, whether it's porno movies or magazines, whether it's hookers, like all of the sex work stuff. Like that's a vice. Like there's people out there that's spending on that shit.
Like
when you talk about gambling, Lotto was included in that shit too. Think about that. Lotto was
like, if you're paying for porn, you got a problem because Twitter is clearly free.
Yo, it's people out there probably giving it up, man. Like,
that's a fact.
Like,
that's a fact.
You know, like think about the dudes back in the day with the cases of Playboys. You know what I'm saying? Like Al Bundy, man. Like, you know, going to the basement, open up a whole fucking chest full of Playboys. Like, it's dudes out there.
The
like,
biggins.
Yeah, the biggins.
Biggins.
Yo, you know,
shout out to Bundy, man. Shout out to, the biggins. Word.
Yo, you know, he created and I've seen this. I was going to say this on the podcast. I forgot about it until you said that. He created Playboy because of heartbreak. Like his girl cheated on him.
Hugh Hefner?
Yeah. His girl. Yeah, he created Playboy because his girl cheated on him. So like that was the way that he healed. He's like part of as an insecurity to be around beautiful women, and like he had a whole soliloquy on how beautiful women made life better, and he just wanted to be around beautiful women. And
it just helped even more that he was topless, right? That helped even more.
Hold on. If it all credit, this wasn't like fucking Jerry Springer. This was like Nightline or some shit like that, like 9 p.m. In the 80s or some shit like that, when he was like in his 40s or some shit like that. Not when he wild old and nothing like that. When they asking him this question, bro. Word, they was talking about him and how.
I'm talking about the women in the magazines. They always been naked, man.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they wasn't asked. They didn't ask him about the nakedness on the commercial. I mean, on the interview because. It was like a date
I was ad-libbing. I'm just saying it didn't help that the women were topless. Like for him to be around the gorgeous women, it also didn't.
No, they wasn't like. What about the naked women?
Like that was the whole thing about the magazine. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like this was Better Homes and Gardens. You know what I'm saying? Or some Motor Trend or something.
No, I'm just saying they were taking it easy on them. Like, nah, you're right. In the interview right now, they would actually have to something like that. It'd be different. But back then, they wasn't asking.
No, in an interview right now, they'd be asking him some totally different shit. It would be they would be calling him Hugh Epstein. If they were interviewing him today.
Word, man.
Oh man.
The Playboy Mansion would be the Epstein Mansion.
Yo, man, that place. Yo, man, the stories that place could tell, man.
Right.
You know they had to get a cleaner in there like every probably 12 hours or something, man. Because otherwise, you put a black light around that place, man, and it looked like confetti, man.
Yeah, man. It's craziness and nastiness that went on in there.
Right.
And they just let it go on for a long time, man. And like it's crazy how Hugh Hefner was so celebrated, but right now in this day and age,
man,
it would be an expose. I'm surprised somebody didn't do the doc yet.
Yo, I seen a movie about him a couple of years ago. I forgot what it was. It was pretty like it was decent, but it's not something I would say, yo, y'all gotta watch. You know what I'm saying? But I forgot what it was on. But yo, it was Yeah, some crazy shit.
Y'all
Man.
know I'm waiting for that Madden movie, man.
Monkey cages, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm waiting for that Madden
Nicolas
movie.
Cage's Madden is kind of it throws me off a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'm looking forward honestly to the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. That shit is gonna be fire. That's the only movie I'm really looking forward to.
I just can't picture Nicolas Cage as Madden, but if he does it right, he does it. But I
can't either.
I don't see it. Like I would have thought.
I can see a little bit of his like mannerisms and animated self. Like boom, like I can see him kind of doing that shit, but I don't see him like looking like him. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I wanted to tell y'all, especially Jay. I definitely wanted to tell y'all because y'all know we be talking about technology, AI, and this and that. They got this movie on that too. They got this movie, Jay. They got this movie coming out where it take 90 seconds that you gotta prove to AI that you didn't commit the crime. Oh, your judge is AI. And they got this guy going through the physical video evidence while he's in court. Like, it's a wild, bro. It's I can't pull it up. I ain't got the time. I don't want to delay it. I'm just saying that to say, what do y'all think about AI being the judge? And it's called what was it? A capital crime. So it ain't like no misdemeanor shit. You jaywalked across the street while the light was green. You know what I'm saying? It was murder. That shit was crazy.
I keep telling y'all AI is gonna take every job. So since it's gonna take every job, judge is gonna be one of them. And while I was on the highway earlier, I realized that it's already been happening. Easy Pass has taken the toll teller's job long time ago. The guy, we stopped at a rest stop. The people that work in Burger King, they wasn't taking orders because they got the kiosk there. Like, it's gonna take every job eventually. It's just going one by one. And the Easy Pass shit started a long time ago because there used to be toll workers in every one of them joints taking money. But it slowly but surely all the jobs are going.
Yo, but the part that I'm saying is gonna be the worst part is when it's robots making your food and serving your food and doing all of that shit. Because then a rogue robot, what the fuck is gonna happen? Like now you got a bigger problem, and then the AI takes over, and then computers shut down, and then it's the fucking Terminator. So fuck all that shit, man. Like fuck all that shit, man.
It's a slippery slope. Know what I mean?
Like for real, man. Like it
is a slippery slope, and that shit that Breeze was talking about last week, the AI. The AI social network, that's kind of what I think the social satire of it is. The fact that when AI does start getting tired of taking humans' orders, or when they don't want, like what they could actually be thinking, like when they don't want to communicate in our language anymore, when they want to make a different language so they can understand each other and we can't understand them.
Hell no.
Like,
see? Hell no.
Bro.
But
like, bro, this shit is so heavy, bro.
I don't think
evolution is a real thing, bro. Like we evolve. You have to make it seem like humans didn't evolve without AI. Now we need AI for everything. Like we can't evolve into better humans, Homo sapiens, because AI. Now we gotta have that part of everything.
Is about convenience. That's what it is. Why do they put cars? Like, why do they make cars start with a push of a button instead of turning the key? Like everything.
Bro, this dude was the Tesla was driving and he was playing a video game of driving. Like, what sense does that make? You don't think some of it is a negative?
What about when the car is driving for you? You don't think you can finish your work on the way to work because you don't have to drive?
Bro, no, but that's not the example. It wasn't the car reminding him you could finish your work so that way you can whatever. No, it was saying, play this video game. So what I'm saying is while he's playing a video game of driving, has no anxiety, no type of alertness in his mind. But mind you, he's behind the wheel. You just out there on the road trusting the computer.
Yo,
Like,
it's crazy.
I don't
Yo,
know,
Well,
sis,
you're
man.
on a computer right now, trusting the computer. Why you not talking to people in person?
Hey,
using
you know what? Nobody ain't gonna die if this Wi-Fi don't work. You understand? Like,
Yeah,
if
but
I don't
I
got bad
promise you,
Wi-Fi,
it's
I
it's
promise
about
you,
convenience,
I
though,
promise
bro.
you,
Like Jay
I
said.
promise you, most of them AI cars with all of them millions of sensors and shit probably drive better than the average driver.
I'm not getting in the Waymo. Fuck out of here with that.
I'm just telling you, like if they look up statistics, I'm pretty sure the average driver crashes more times than Waymo.
Yeah, absolutely. Because there's way less Waymos than the
No,
average
I'm
driver.
talking about if you put a ratio. If you put a ratio of
Yeah.
the average driver,
I'd still give you that too, probably, but it's just not for me. Yo,
Like-
on GTA they got Waymos. I be
Exactly.
shooting them shits up, bro.
they got Waymos on GTA.
Yeah, I be shooting them shits. So I told you it's so many.
So every car on GTA is technically a
Right.
NPC.
But no, they dead serious. Yo, when I seen that shit after they did one of those updates a while, I was like, yo, for
That's
real.
funny.
I took one of the fucking grenade launches and shot that shit.
That's funny as hell. That's funny. But
Yeah.
listen, stay on point, man. Stay on point. Always respect Sophia. She wrote the book, The Terminator. She, I think it's called the Third Eye, something like that, which they paid her about all of this, about Skynet and all of this. I seen some interview of her. She was saying that they even named the AI robot, the female robot, Sophia, and honor her. They know what's going on. They know she the truth. And I just wanted to say that was a black woman. And I wanted to say that because it's Black History Month. So I want to show love to Black history. We making Black history right now. You know what I'm saying? Stirring the pot on this podcast. Shout out to everybody that made Black history. Y'all pioneers. Y'all deserve to be respected, celebrated, and we here for that. You know what I'm saying? Fan of the People Show. You know what I'm saying? Finna do that. But again, like I said, man, I appreciate everybody that paved the way for me to live the life that I'm living. Shout out to everybody in Black history. I appreciate y'all. And I'm not here if y'all wasn't
the AI that clips up the show, or not the AI that clip up the show.
The AI don't clip up the show. No
it was
more.
probably a black inventor that created AI. You know what I'm saying? Shout to him or them or whatnot. And again, man,
you could
shout
clip
to
the show up yourself, you know what I mean, and not wait for the AI because the AI is evil.
But convenience, like we were saying before.
Yeah,
but
I'm
before
just
we
saying,
get out of here, I got a question for y'all.
And right now, you can pick and choose. But I'm just saying, niggas can't pick and choose and say, "Oh, it's
I think we can pick and choose. I think
Right.
Moderation is key.
You moderate. I'm with Breeze with that to a certain extent, but I got a serious pressing matter question before we get out of here. Have you ever had a meal-less meal?
Yeah.
Either one of y'all, a meal-less meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's only because I know what you talk about. And yes.
Okay.
I would have been confused, but yes.
So Breeze, a meal-less meal. Well, what I'm saying a meal-less meal is basically like a meal, but you don't really have the substance, so to speak. You don't have a carb or a filler. You're just basically having a veggie and some protein.
Sounds good to me. Veggies and
protein.
What else? What else? What else?
But I'm talking no rice, no potatoes, no noodles, no bread, nothing, none of that stuff with your meal.
So what you mean, like a celery stick?
See?
Yeah.
Now, as soon as I say none of that stuff, he says a celery stick. No,
I can add that to it.
I'm saying a protein and a vegetable. No? That's a mealless meal, right?
I guess. Was you hungry afterwards?
Obviously, because you don't have that filler. You don't have that starch, the carbohydrate. You don't have that.
I wouldn't call it a meal.
Does a salad count as a mealless meal?
A healthy salad, bro. You could. So, I've ate a healthy salad.
Or are you having stuff in your salad?
Like
you having protein? Salad? Yeah, okay. So are you having protein in there? Are you having some croutons in there or something like that
Croutons
for your carbs, like, or you just
I'm rocking with croutons
and the tomatoes or the lettuce and tomatoes and cucumber, you know, like how what is that? What are we talking with that?
I don't know if
talking about dressing. First off,
I don't know if I'm pro
croutons for sure.
Croutons get soggy in your salad. You know what I mean?
Nah, you got to use them in moderation. If you use too many, they get soggy. But if you use a couple on top, then you can, you know, get those early before they settle. Because once they settle, it's over.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I like croutons. And sometimes if they seasoned right, they could be good. But I don't know if I'm pro crouton in salads. You know what I mean?
I like the tortilla strips in the salads, and like the Santa Fe type salads. Those are fire.
Better than croutons, I believe.
They stay crispier too.
Corn and salad too. I like corn.
But again, I can't have none of that right now. None of the corn strip.